What's up? Yeah. No. Hello, everybody. My name's Avery Brandon. This is for my speech class. It's an interview with Miss Catherine Lopez. She's a senior airman in the United States Air Force. First, we'd like to start out with what's your occupation, your age, and how are you doing today?
Well, occupation, I am a military cop, security forces in the Air Force, obviously. Age, just turned 23 last month. So, also, what was the last question?
Pretty much, I'm gonna cut her off. So, what I was asking was your age, your occupation, and how you doing today?
Oh, well, good.
Okay. Well, reason why I have Sierra Lopez here today is because she's part of the TIF, which is a Tactical Response Force, FE Warren Air Force Base. She's one of the 5 females that ever held that position. So I wanted to ask her a couple questions about why she was motivated to be in the Air Force, what contains her to stay in the Air Force, and how does that affect her family life. Now, to my first question, what motivated you to join the Air Force?
Well, my parents, because I'm a military brat, and both of them were prior military. My mother was Army, and my father was Marine. So that's what pretty much motivated me.
Okay. Did you say which of your parents motivated you the most? Was it your father or your mother?
I would say, well, the most, both, but I think there was a little bit of more leeway on my father. The military, to me, it's more structured and disciplined, and my father, pretty much, both of my parents raised me on that, that dynamic.
Okay, the dynamic, okay. Well, you say that it's leaned on your father. Is he a strong point in your life right now when it comes to the tactical response force? Do you lean on him a lot to get you through the daily tasks that they have you do?
Yes, I definitely do, because he has more experience when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, and he used to know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Kung Fu. So he tells me different type of styles of how to grapple someone and how to take them down to the floor.
Okay. So my next question, how has that affected your family life? Do you have any kids? Do you have a spouse?
Totally single, no kids. I pretty much I consider my nephews and nieces my kids for my family, but it's definitely hard being military because obviously distance. So, but that's the sacrifices that we make, and it's still part of the job. I don't mind it.
Okay, so you're saying when it comes back to affecting your family life, it affects your mother and father a lot more to see you the space and that type of attrition. What does it put your family at? With you being away.
Well, considering my parents, they're perfectly fine with it. They understand, this is the job. You have to make the sacrifices, obviously, for your country and everything else. So, but they understand, I have to make my own experiences, my own life, my own choices. As far as the young ones, obviously, my nephews and nieces, it's kind of difficult to explain to them.
Okay. Where
they're like, no, you're at grandma's house. But I have to tell them, no, I'm definitely far away from that.
Okay. So, to my next question, how would that family dynamic and the tactical response force perpetuate you or put you in another area in your career? Like when you transition to the civilian side, how do you think those skills and your family dynamic help you with your transition?
Well, I believe the Air Force will help me transition, especially the TRF, by getting into a federal job. And I would pretty much want to go for either FBI or U.S. Marshal, especially task force for U.S. Marshal. And the TRF, pretty much it has that dynamic where they're not only family, but they are the quick response, the first responders to any situation that'll get the job done.
Okay. So what type of tactics do you use for procedures or type of tools?
Well, we definitely use weapons as tactics. We also have hand-to-hand combat tactics where if there was someone or someone somewhere involved in a hostage situation or an active shooter, we're able to respond quickly and pretty much on point with how to pretty much detain that person without any casualties.
Okay. So with those tools and tactics that you would bring to the FBI or whatever civilian type of job, do you think you'd be successful with the training you're getting now?
Yes, most definitely. Especially if as long as you obviously work with it, repetition, obviously. So if you, I feel personally, if I keep on working with it and excelling, it'll be perfectly fine in FBI or U.S. Marshal.
Okay. Well, this concludes my interview with Senior Airman Catherine Lopez of F.E. Warren Air Force Base Tactical Response Force. Thank you. That's cool.